The trial, imprisonment, and brutal downfall of Oscar Wilde came at an interesting time in gay history. Laws were changing and ideas were changing, specifically about sexuality. In fact, the idea itself of sexuality was coming into existence in 19th century Western Europe. Since 1833, the Buggery Act, passed under Henry VIII, defined sodomy as the detestable and abominable vice of buggery and was made a capital crime. Until, in 1885, when Oscar was 30, the law changed so that any act of gross indecency of one male person with another was made a misdemeanor. So, where there previously had to be guilt of penetration to get in trouble with the law, now any gay act was liable for prosecution. The brilliant, extravagant, and successful author Oscar Wilde was not bothered. He was living an incredibly promiscuous and risky life and referred to his not-so-secret series of rendezvous as feasting with panthers. He and his boyfriend, the love of his life, Lord Alfred Douglas, would pick up male ex-workers and party. These workers were mostly very young men, ages 17 to 21, that worked as clerks, office boys, servants, and waiters. Alfred's father hated Oscar, blamed him for his son's wicked behavior, and constantly harassed the couple, eventually publicly accusing Oscar of sodomy. In an absolutely ridiculous move, Oscar decides to sue Alfred's father for libel. And, as you imagine, the case does not go well. There is countless evidence easily accessible and brought against Oscar. He loses, and due to all the attention it brought, the government launches a case against him. He's found guilty of gross indecency and is sentenced to 2 years in prison. Afterwards, his career is over, and he dies only 3 years later at the age of 46. These laws operated on the assumption that all sexual acts are mortal crimes, deliberate actions taken by evil and lustful sinners. There was no concept that you might just be homosexual or that gay relationships could be dignified and noble. In 1892, 3 years before Oscar's trial, a book comes out of Germany when it's translated to English, which coins the term homosexuality and proposes the idea that some people have a particular condition which just makes them so. The world was changing, just not quick enough for Oscar. In 2017, among more than 50,000 men, Oscar Wilde was posthumously pardoned by the Ministry of Justice.